Jalen, does it feel like the end?
Yes, a little bit. It does, a little bit.
Why is that? How you're feeling that?
Just no matter what happens, I think, or where my life is going, I think my time in Springfield is kind of wrapping up, which is kind of a scary thing, but I'm excited for the future.
I just look at how long you've been around here. Just I can understand why you would say that. You've been here forever. Just you know, not many people, more than you, has seen this place change as far as this program. Just what have you seen it turn into from where you arrived, and just how cool has that been to be a part of?
Yeah, I feel like most high schoolers, I would say, coming here, ironically enough, I had no idea what I was coming into, and then dealing with that first year was kind of like, we're just fighting to win like one game. We don't want to be that team that's just hasn't won a single game all season. Then it came when Coach P got here. Now it's like, okay, we want to go, we want to win, we want to survive, and now we're to the point where like we want to dominate. So being able to see the culture evolve around how we see football here on this team has evolved quite a bit, and that's been one of the greatest things to see.
Hunter, there was a time when you thought you were going to be done playing football, made the decision to come back for the 1 year of eligibility that you had left. Being able to look back now on these last few weeks, how happy are you with your decision, and what do you think you would have been like had you been sitting at home watching that 8-game win streak unfold and not be a part of it?
Yeah, it's definitely humbling. Didn't think I was going to play this year. Turned out I did, and I'm thankful for it. Thankful for the opportunities I've gotten this season. Thankful for the guys that I've surrounded myself with. I wouldn't change anything for the world. It's been a blessing from God, honestly, just prayers and thoughts through him, and just talk with family and all that, and just everybody supported me in the decision and along the way. It's just, I wouldn't change this opportunity for the world.
You turned into an all-conference capable wide receiver throughout all this. Just I'm sure you thought you always had that in you, but just to be able to come back when you didn't think you would and have the year you had, just how much fun has this been, and being able to show that you're that type of player?
Yeah, no doubt. Just kind of tells you how much of a roller coaster college football can be. Came in probably at rock bottom, and just keep working your way up. You know, the transfer portal's out there, but I didn't see that as a possibility at all for me. And just sticking through it, just surrounding yourself with good people around you, coaches that believe in you, and just making plays in your opportunities there.
Have you let Jacob know that he's going to go down as the second most efficient quarterback and passer in MSU history?
I chirped in his ear a little bit so far this weekend, just getting in his head about that. It's a pretty cool stat, though.
Hunter, as Coach said, he watched the film back, right? He saw that nobody made a business decision to quit playing hard, right? Even when the score was lopsided, why did this team still have the energy and the resolve to fight?
Because anything can happen in college football, and I think everybody knows that. I've seen people come back down 35 at halftime. I mean, anything's possible, and that's just the mindset that we had at halftime, that we just got to keep fighting, keep your head down, keep working, and keep moving forward, and that's what we did. Fought to the very last whistle.
So how important is it to not get down 14 to the team coming in on Saturday?
Oh, it's huge. Anytime you shoot yourself in the foot like we did to start off the game, especially on offense, down 21-0, you just can't win football games like that, especially against the number one team in the country. And we just got to start faster this week and keep moving forward.
What's next for you? You're a married man. You can get a whole life ahead of you now. What's that looking like?
Yeah, I've mentioned in the past that I've always wanted to get into coaching. I can't see myself without football. So just finish out this last week and start making some phone calls, figure things out.
You think Coach will call somebody for you?
Yeah, I think he'll definitely help me out. And if I can't find anything out there, why not come back, do some more work here?
Jalen, can you talk a little bit about coming off of the Bison to South Dakota State? I mean, is it good that that's right in front of you to be able to be focused with a similar team?
Those are the two toughest teams at this level, and we're fortunate enough to have them in our conference. So in order to be battle tested like that against North Dakota State and then go into South Dakota State, I think is greatly beneficial to both offense and defense, and even vice versa. If we played South Dakota State first and we went right into North Dakota State, I think playing two teams like that, who are the pinnacle of FCS football, honestly, pinnacle of college football, having those teams back-to-back, whichever one you play first will help you with the other one.
Grant, Webb City goes 3-6 during the regular season and wins the district championship. What in the world?
It's called culture. We always find a way.
You've been around here for forever. You're just born and raised here. Just now that your football time's coming to an end here, just what's it all meant to you?
I mean, it's meant the world. I mean, being in high school, I never thought I'd be at this point in my football career. I mean, this is really my only option coming out of high school, and I'm just grateful for the opportunity to take advantage of it and then leave a legacy where I could.
Hey, you're going to go down as one of the best punters to come through here, maybe the best. Just knowing that, just having that in the history books, what's that mean?
Gosh, like I said, I never thought I'd see myself, but it's just a testament to the work I put in to developing the craft and, setting the standard for what comes here next.
I know you've been you work tirelessly on your craft, the science of what you do, but this year you've also had a younger guy like a Stuart McDonald follow you around. How much coaching have you done this year, and how gratifying is that for you?
I mean, I try and coach them every day when I can, when I see the opportunity to present itself, but honestly, I think that's more fulfilling, being able to see him develop into, because I mean, coming in, I had Vernon Withrow ahead of me. I mean, he helped me in some areas, but I mean, obviously, I think he could have done a little more. But being able to give back like that, I think, is going to be much fulfilling for me.
Grant, reflection for you as well for this program. Like being here, you've been here when it wasn't good, when it's been really good now. I mean, what is it like to see the guy on the left and the right of you work so hard and it finally pay off with a season like this?
I mean, it's just a testament to wanting to change the culture around here. I mean, Coach P brought the players in, and Coach Beard setting the culture. So I think once we get both of those combined, we're going to be a hard force in college football.
Jalen, where's this year rank, just kind of among the years you've had? Because you've had 2 playoff seasons.
Yeah, I seen your tweet, and it got me thinking. So I was asking some of the older guys in the locker room. I would say it's really hard between that 2021 season and this season, just because that 2021 season got me comfortable for what we're doing right now. But I would say this is really fun as an older guy and finally not playing behind a guy like Anthony Payne and Kevin Ellis and just getting kind of like the scraps, being kind of one of the faces of the D-line and one of the defense, and being able to do what we've been able to do. I would probably put this at my number 1. This is probably one of the funnest seasons I've had here.
How are you able to do that? Because this year this is the last week, and you know if you were eligible, you'd be playing next week.
Yeah.
Just how have you been able to keep this as much fun as it was?
Yeah, and it kind of got to the question about like when you're down, like how do you guys keep kind of the same energy there? I'm like, football is a very prideful game. So no matter what you have to do, if you really care about the game or you really care about yourself as a player, a lot of this other stuff doesn't matter, because even if we were eligible, we still could be 0-8 right now, so that wouldn't even matter. So in terms of what's like, I looked at it at what is kind of ahead of me right now in terms of taking each game week by week. So that at the end of the day, yeah, we aren't going to playoffs, but it wouldn't even matter if we weren't winning those games anyway. So being able to like win in conference the way that we are doing, whether or not we're going to playoffs or not, it's still a great accomplishment and feat to have. That's why I think I was able to enjoy it.
Jalen, here's one for you. So 4 of the coaches on the staff are all in the same family tree, right?
Yeah.
So you've been coached by the dad technically,
Yeah.
and then always Coach Beard, Petrino, and Coach Scott.
Yeah.
So what is the common thread? What is the common thread of that little coaching tree that's all related per se?
Well, rephrase that one more time.
All right, so you've been coached by Petrino, right? You've got a Petrino as an offensive coordinator, Coach Scott's defense, and a Coach Beard, right?
Oh, was something very similar in their coaching style?
Yeah.
Oh, ooh.
Hard question, man. Hard.
It is. They're very, I don't know. Coach Scott calls it, I can't remember what he calls it, but he describes it like prime example, if we mess up on something, he's like, you know what, that's my fault. And he'd always says, you get out of your players what you emphasize, and I think that was a really key component. Like if there's something that they really want done, and it could be a very minute thing, it's like they're going to hound on that, and it's going to get annoying, to be honest. But I think, and he said he learned that from Coach B, so I'm sure Beard did as well. And I feel like that was one of like the few things that I saw, tidbits that I saw from Coach B that I saw with like all the rest of the coaches that I've had.
Grant, what's next for you? Stick around the area, or are you finally going to get out of here?
I'm going to take a shot at playing the next level, but if there's a spot for me to stay around here, I'd love to help develop the younger guys still.
There's only 32 of those jobs. I'm just knowing how competitive that is, just how hard you're going to be working to try to get to that next level.
I'm going to bust my tail and take every opportunity that's presented for me.
Grant, I thought of you yesterday at the Chiefs game. Zach Davidson gets his first
Yep.
catch in the NFL.
Yeah.
Playing for the Bills, obviously Webb City grad. Does it inspire you? Have you talked to him? Like, you know, what the process is like? Obviously, he went undrafted and he's playing. So, would you, someone like him, would you ever talk to him?
I mean, I actually had a class with him my freshman year. Him and Tristan Castillo is playing on the Cardinals right now. But yeah, they're big inspirations for me, just seeing that it is possible to make it from where we all started. I mean, I'd like to be the next one. So